Hey, it's your boy AJ back with another freaking video, and today I'm here with a West TJ. And you guys, I do these every year. I actually forgot that I was supposed to do this year, child, but I had to get back in front of the camera because I know I told y'all, look here, the Vlogmas video with Bougie was it, and I was out, but I lied. I had to come back. Okay, and do the tea roundup. I do these every year. At the end of the year, I talk about all of my favorite moments, you know, that popped the culture, child, that popped the culture this year. So I'm so excited to do this video. I didn't do one last year because I wasn't doing Vlogmas last year. I ended up missing last year's Vlogmas, but I did one back in 2020, also 2019. But anyways, let's roll this intro, then we'll get directly into my favorite top-notch moments throughout the year, honey, okay? Starting off this video, you guys, I do not have the list in any specific order. I don't have it like arranged and this happened first and this happened first. I just jotted down some things on my phone that I remembered that was like, oh child, oh my god, that was gag worthy. Now, first thing on my list is the Will and Chris Rock slap.
Oh wow! Wow!
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Let me tell you something, girl. I remember saying, I'm not watching no Oscars. I said, I'm not watching the Oscars. I don't even watch the Grammys. And I barely watch the VMAs. I'm not watching no Oscars. I'm not watching no Oscars, y'all. Baby, and I remember just scrolling on Twitter. And I remember these tweets started to just flood my timeline. I moved my bang to the side. And I had to look, and I seen this video of poor Chris getting knocked the hell out by Will, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, this man just got clowned on national TV. Also, I feel like both of them was, you know, both of them had some clownery in it. I feel like Will had a little clownery in it because his wife was getting dragged on national TV, and then of course Chris had the most clownery in it because, you know, he got slapped on national TV. But I remember seeing that, and I was like, oh my goodness. But let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with next year's Oscars, baby, but I will be tuned in, okay? I will be tuned in, alright? Next on my list is Kevin Samuels passing away. When I tell y'all, I was goofed and gagged. I've always known who Kevin Samuels is. Like, I've always seen his clips, but I never had put like a name with the face. I've always seen him going viral. I'm like, ooh, girl, he be getting into the folk. And I remember hearing, what was that? Summer Walker's and Ari Lennox song, and she said, I always seen Kevin Samuels comments. Girl, I had to go Google. I said, Alexa, Siri, hey Google. I said, who is Kevin Samuels? Baby, they showed me, and then I started seeing him, and then I started looking at his clips. I was like, oh my god, I've seen this man go viral on TikTok so many times. And I said, oh, that's Kevin Samuels. Girl, fast forward into me just figuring out who Kevin Samuels is, just getting into his groove. The man passed away. I said, oh, rest in peace. No, realistically, I said rest in peace. I remember his social media, and social media was dragging it. Because how did he pass away, you guys? What happened? I think he had like a heart attack. Was it in a hotel room or a bedroom with like a light-skinned woman? I don't know, girl. I remember just being gagged. That's the only thing I know. I don't know all the facts, bitch, because it happened so long ago. But I just know I was gagged, girl. I remember being gagged. I remember the girls were not letting up on that baby. They were tearing his ass alive. I mean, they was tearing his ass up. They was tearing his ass up, and I was gagged. And I was gagged, girl, when Kevin Samuels had passed away, and the girls was on Twitter acting like they was acting, and on the Shade Room comments acting like they was acting. It was a mess. And also on the topic of mess, do y'all remember when Lil' Kim had put out her verse for Plan B? Now, at first, it was these little hand pictures intertwined, and Lil' Kim had posted it or whatever, and the girls were trying to figure out, like, who was it? Some of the girls had figured out, and it was like, oh, it's Megan. Now, a month and a half goes by, and Lil' Kim starts promoting this Plan B remix. And Megan totally ignores it. She ignores it. I was like, oh my god. Do y'all remember that? I was like, oh my goodness, because I just felt so bad for Lil' Kim. I don't know, y'all tell me how y'all feel about Lil' Kim, but I feel like that baby gets so much hate. She gets so much hate, and I don't know her personally, but I feel like she's a sweet girl. And the girls be on social media being so mean to her. The only time I see Lil' Kim in the social media, like on the Shade Room stuff, is when 50 Cent done got her. When 50 Cent done dragged her real bad, or somebody is arguing. And I remember when she put out the look, verse for Plan B, I remember Lil' Kim being so excited, and Megan Thee Stallion paid it dust. Now, I actually liked the verse. People were saying, you know, the singing was trash or the verse was trash. I actually like this verse from the top to bottom. I love the rap because I was feeling it. I was like, oh, Kim, wait a minute. Oh, I was feeling it.
Every time I close my eyes, all I see is dollar signs. Money make me so horny.
And then when she got into the money made me so horny, I was like, yes, Kim. Yes, money makes me horny, baby. Money makes it so horny. I said, yes, I was living. Some girls didn't understand it, but like they say, the girls that get it, the girls that the girls that get it, the girls that don't. But I was living. Beyonce dropped her album in July, as we all know. Beyonce came and fucked us up with the Renaissance. And you know, at first she gagged me. I didn't know we was gonna be tipping on hot wood floors. I didn't know it. I thought we was gonna be dangerously in love. I thought we was gonna be sitting that ass on ya. Show you how I feel. Woo. But that's what I thought. That's what I thought, y'all. I thought that Beyonce was gonna come back in her R&B bag. Now, when she came back into like the house music type of thing, I gagged. Now, it did take me a little minute to get into the groove of the album, honey. But then I started grooving. I started feeling it, girl. I'm ready for tour now. I'm ready for Act 2 and 3, and I'm ready for tour. Beyonce, hey, hit. But y'all remember when she dropped the album, y'all? She had sampled Kia's, Kella, my milkshake brings out the boys to the yard. That one. So she had sampled the la 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 la. Well, she actually didn't sample it. I think Beyonce recreated the la la's in her own voice, and she had credited her. Now, baby, Miss Milkshake with no boys on the lawn, she got angry. I remember she got angry at Beyonce, and she got on, well, I don't even know what type of live, her live, but what was she on, Facebook? And if it was Instagram, baby, I didn't look like it to me. But she got on live, and y'all know she was, she dragging, trying to, she didn't, it was very light of a drag. But she was trying to drag Beyonce and talk so much shit about Beyonce, and she was also down in her fans and also down in Beyonce's name.
The reality is, okay, is that my real beef is not only with Beyonce, because at the end of the day, she sampled a record, she's copied me before, she's done it before, so have many other artists, it's fine. Now, when Beyonce got there, y'all know she went and she snatched them la-las out of the song, girl. Beyonce went and snatched them la-las out of the song. And when I tell you, I said, Beyonce is the pettiest queen on earth. On earth. Also, you know, while we're on the topic of queen, when the queen passed away and the Simpsons episode was matched with the same time they said the queen was gonna pass away and how she was gonna pass away, I gagged. Y'all, the queen passing away is crazy. I know the girls were sad. Some girls were living because they said her little racist ass was alive to see, you know, was alive to see slaves get transported from Africa to America. Like, girl, they would turn the queen up. They would turn her ass up. Oh, they would turn her ass up. But I was gagged. Once again, this is the whole video is just gag-worthy moments from this year. Like, I was gagged. A couple months back, a whole bunch of clips started going viral from Sesame Street, y'all. It was the Sesame Street characters. At first, it was just this one character, but videos started to drop out of people's woo-ha. Girl, just videos started to come out of nowhere. And it was addressing all of these different Elmo characters that are racist old people in a hot-ass fluffy costume. Like, I don't know. So, girl, a whole bunch of videos like hit the damn internet where all these kids were getting ignored. Kids of color, might I add. I must add. Kids of color was getting ignored. The kids of color, you know, reaching out for a hug. I ain't never seen it before. Reaching out for a hug. And the characters is running, acting blind. Like they don't see nothing, girl. They acting blind like they 20 feet in the air.
In the video, one character appears to ignore 5-year-old Kennedy Burns while high-fiving other white children nearby. Kennedy is visibly upset. And then another character, again, high-fives the other children while Kennedy's hand remains outstretched.
Sesame Street ended up releasing this pick monkey-ass flyer talking about, you know, we do apologize, but, you know, most characters can't see it level. Wait a minute, hold on. If you seen this 3-foot white baby, yeah, my black baby's 3 foot. What happened? You went blind in the middle of the hug? What happened? What happened? Just a question. You know what? You know, come outside. We ain't really gonna fight you. We just wanna talk to you. Like, what happened?
I want to know what happened. Not trying to be messy, but Santana's old tweets and him being canceled after dropping that Beyonce sample was crazy. Okay, it was crazy, loco. Loco, baby, it was crazy. When I tell you the Beehive goes to dig. I don't know who these people is. Maybe they got a brand endorsement with Twitter, but baby, they go dig. They go dig. Oh, they go dig, girl. Santana had, you know, released a little snippet of the booty with the Crazy in Love sample. Now, when that was put out or whatever, I guess they went over to Santana's Twitter, honey. They typed in Beyonce, Blue Ivy, Northwest, Chicago, Minneapolis. Girl, they typed up everything. They put everything in there and they end up digging up some tweets on Santana where he was, you know, saying that North looked better than Blue Ivy, and also he was saying some, you know, some things about Beyonce that wasn't too nice. But also he had some fan moments that were actually nice. But girl, they got these tweets and Twitter was burning to the ground. I mean, burning to the ground. Burning to the ground. Santana, girl, he ended up coming saying like, I don't have to apologize to none of y'all. If I gotta apologize to anybody, it's the Carters. I said, all right now, you know, I wouldn't put it past him being able to call B and be like, you know, I apologize, you girl, because Beyonce calls Roller Ray, so ain't no telling who else she calls, girl. Like at this point, he probably, you know, at first I was like, oh. I was scratching my bang gang, but I actually thinking about it now, probably did call like, hey B, you know, I know you mad at me, baby, right now. But he probably did. He probably did. But I remember gag. I was so gagged. I remember Beyonce's cousin and Angie. Is that her name? If I'm messing it up, I'm so sorry. Angie, she posted something on her damn an Instagram story about the situation. Also, Chloe Bailey had unfollowed Santana, but she, you know, a couple months later, she was all kikied up with Santana at the VMAs. So I don't know. But that moment had me spooked, okay? Had me spooked and nervous because I was like, ooh wee. Santana, I don't know if you could come back after this. And I feel like I'm gonna talk about Santana in a whole dedicated video because there is some things I want to talk about Santana. If y'all want to see that, get down in the comments and tell me if y'all want to hear me talk about the things I got in my notes that I need to tell Santana. Because it's a couple things, not too much, but just a couple things. But moving on to another thing that had me gagged. Okay, JT, Cardi B, back and forth. What? What? Not Cardi with the braids. Not Cardi that hit the stage. JT and Cardi B going back and forth. When I tell y'all, I said, what is going on? It was months of chaos. I remember when that happened, it was months of chaos. It was so much stuff going on, like in the media field, in the pop culture lane, girl. And then JT and Cardi B started to beef. I said, what is going on? Now, I've always kind of questioned the relationship that the City Girls and Cardi B have had, because after they did the song way back when, I don't know, I think it's given like 12 BC before Christ. Whenever they did that song, honey, I've never really seen them interact other than a couple, you know, birthday reposts. So I always wonder, like, what's going on with that? But, you know, I've always minded my business, like Lakia told us. So I was minding my business, but girl, when they brought it to the main street, aka Twitter, they put us in a group chat, as Bougie say. When they put us in a group chat, I said, what the fuck is going on? Y'all, Cardi B calling JT a lapdog was crazy. Crazy. Cardi B telling her to go fetch. Crazy. JT talking about ghostwriters to Cardi B, even crazier. Girl, it was too much. And all I could think realistically was like, don't do this. And also on the other side, I'm like, Nicki, you got these girls going to bat, fighting old wars for you. Like, all I could think is like, oh my God. Now, y'all know the situation. It didn't really blow up. They did a couple tweets back and forth. They were supposed to be DMing back and forth, but I ended up getting on our Twitter timeline. And after that, I guess they wanted a good rumble, a good viral moment. I don't know. I love both of these girls. I love Cardi B and I love JT. But girl, they literally got on Twitter and said, why the fuck are we arguing on Twitter about this? And we just DM each other. Yeah, bitch, DM me back. Then it went into DMs and just disappeared. What? You bitches got on Twitter just to say, alright, never mind, I'ma head out. Like what? No, not on my watch. Not on my watch. But they still follow each other on Twitter and Instagram. Cardi B's picture is still Remy Ma on Twitter. I don't know, girl. And then Nicki Minaj changed. You remember she changed her picture to JT, and then also she had changed her picture to an ink pen, because you know Nicki Minaj had to throw her shots because you know she writer. She writer. Girl, so you know that whole bullcrap was crazy. Another beef that had me gagged is Lotto and Nicki Minaj. When I tell y'all, when I seen that occurring, I just kept pinching myself. I still got bruises to this day. I just kept pinching myself because I was trying to tell myself, wake up, because I knew it was a dream. Like Martin Luther King. I knew it was a dream. Like I just knew it was a dream. I couldn't believe that Lotto and Nicki Minaj was going back and forth. Like, I couldn't. It was going into the wee hours of the night. I remember dozing off and waking up, and Lotto had leaked this call with Nicki Minaj, and I said, oh, this is actually going on. I said, this is actually going on. Y'all, I was listening to the call. Nicki Minaj and Lotto was going back and forth, and Nicki was Nicki-ing. Nicki was Nicki-ing and talking, you know, how she talks all rough. People say that, oh, Nicki hits the point. Nicki hits the point. Nicki never puts a name on it. Nicki never hits a point, and Nicki goes around the subject. Nicki was going around the subject. She wasn't wanting to talk about the situation that was actually needed to be talked about, and it was tired. I do want to give it to Nicki Minaj, because when Nicki Minaj had told Lotto, you don't even know what you're talking about.
That's the purpose I can't even think of the word, like just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying.
You don't even understand what you're saying, because see,
no, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
it choked Lotto up, and it choked me up too. Love Lotto down, y'all know I love Lotto. It gagged me. it just gagged me, because I was like, oh, Nicki quick on her feet for once. Because you know, usually Nicki don't be quick on her feet, girl. She be scrolling through her Twitter comments trying to see what the Barbs and call up the girls, just so she can steal, you know, whatever read that the Barbs then gave her. Because you know, the Barbs gave her scratch off, which, if we're battling who read harder between Nicki Minaj calling, you know, Lotto scratch off, and then Lotto coming back with Super Freaky Grandma. At first, I thought Nicki had it. I thought Nicki had her with the scratch off, girl, but scratch off faded off. Scratch off faded off like a scratch off does, okay? That name faded. Oh, that name faded, but I am still seeing Super Freaky Grandmama to this day. I said, oh, Jesus, have mercy. I said, this is just going to be with Nicki forever. I'm like how Itty Bitty Piggy, Monster, Only, Super Bass, like those songs that stick with her, Super Freaky Grandmama is forever stuck with Nicki. I'm sorry. Fight me, dislike the video, do whatever you want to do, girl. But it is what it is, and I said what I said, okay? Moving right along. The Tiffany Haddish scandal still has my mouth to the ground. To the ground. To the ground. Tiffany is very quiet. We haven't heard much from Tiffany. I think Tiffany got on Instagram Live 2 times. She done got on live 2 times since this whole scandal, and she's hush hush. She's hush 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 hush. And to this day, I feel like Tiffany Haddish did get a lot of heat, but I felt like, what is it, Mr. Spear, Mr. Baked Beans, Mr. whatever his name is. I feel like they should have really got into him. They didn't get into him as much as they got into Tiffany Haddish. Now I feel like both of these people were in the wrong, Mr. Spears and also Miss Haddish. Look at me speaking like an attorney. I feel like both of these people were in the wrong, but Tiffany got the most whoop down because she has the most clout. She has the most followers. She's the one known in the most homes. She's the household name of them too. So they would turn Tiffany up. But I feel like Mr. Spears kind of, you know, he breezed through the situation and kind of, you know, got his Chanel and tipped out. Now let's talk about something else. I had my mouth to the floor because, like I said, this is gag-worthy moments of 2020. In the beginning of the year, I can't remember what month, y'all, Nelly, my baby daddy, y'all. Before we get into the tea, because y'all, this is old tea, y'all. We ain't gotta run into it, okay? We ain't gotta run into the tea. Can I talk? Can I get me a minute? Can I have me a second? No, for real. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know. I guess I'm getting older and I'm getting up there. But I have this crazy, this is probably too much. Like Medea said, some things you keep to yourself, but I'm gonna share it with y'all. I have this like fantasy of these older, sexy men, like these old, seasoned black men, like girl, Nelly, Tang. Oh, Safari. I done lost y'all with Safari. Hold on, wait. Let me use, wait. I'm probably finna really lose you. Stevie J. Just like, I don't know. Like, these men are seasoned. But back to the tea. All for me. I said what I said, now I'm out. But Nelly, y'all know he was trying to give, you know, his close friends a real sexy, seductive video. Real nasty, real sexy. He got this girl down with the braids, giving him the driest mouth of all time. Now, I guess he enjoyed it. I guess he did, because he took a video and he was, you know, he had the intention of posting it on his close friends for his close friends to enjoy. So I guess he also enjoyed a couple drinks that night, so he ended up clicking the actual story and not close friends. Now he did quickly remove it after, you know, maybe 12,000 people had already seen it. So at that point he could have left it up, but it hit the internet like wildfire. And people was like, oh my goodness, I'm so disappointed. I don't like it. It needs to be more. I love me a good husband size Cocker Spaniel. Oh yes, I love it. Don't bust me down. I don't want no 9, 10, 11, 12. Back it up, back it. Back it up. I want it. I want to give me something I can take multiple times a day, every day. Come on over here with them 5-inch. Come on. Come on. Ain't no shame in his game. He was showing the close friends. There wasn't no shame in his game. So y'all got on Twitter and start hurting that man's feelings. Nelly ain't been seen ever since. I think he probably done like 3-4 shows. He only want to go out when Ashanti with him. And he only get on Instagram Live after 12. He is hot and that man is still spooked and nervous. And it's fine because if you ever run across this video, my DMs. Come on, Instagram. Pop up. Oh, my DMs are always open. Alright? But that moment had me got. Alright? Another beef that happened this year that had me mouth to the ground is Armand Wiggins and Jason Lee. When I tell you, the mentors hating and jealous of the younger girls in the industry, whether you're a rapper, singer, blogger, any YouTuber, any of that, it's crazy. Like, these girls be acting like they be, you know, your biggest rider. You looked up to them, you didn't watch their content, they didn't give you some type of inspiration to start your own channel, so they put you up under their wing just to get you up under their wing and motherfucker try to kill you, girl, and you under their wing suffocate, girl, under their wing suffocate. But no, for real, they get you up under their wing and you start to suffocate. Like, girl, don't put me under your wing. Don't put me on your way. Just write me a couple things down on a notebook. I'm gonna come and get the notebook after you leave the room, and I'm gonna read down the notes that you gave me on what to do, okay? Don't put me on your way, because these girls are getting under these wings, dying, and not coming back. But I was gagged. Armand Wiggins and Jason Lee situation had me gagged. Y'all know Jason Lee had been busting shots at Armand Wiggins for like over a month on damn YouTube Live, girl, and he was upset that Armand Wiggins was just blooming, because Armand literally just, you know, Armand's always had a following. He's always had a following, but his followers started to like just shoot and bloom and bloom and bloom over the last maybe like 4 or 5 months. I might be off. But when Jason Lee seen, you know, his live streams was doing better than him, Jason Lee started to get mad over there on gag order with the green screen. Now, I know I got a green screen, but Jason Lee shouldn't have a green screen. He needs to be in $1 million studio with a nice background. Like, he shouldn't have a green screen. But he over there mad at Armand Wiggins. He's busting shots at Armand Wiggins, talking about bitches going live on my night. I'm gonna show him how to do it. Armand Wiggins has, I don't know, maybe 7,000, 8,000 views. Jason Lee has maybe like, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 views. Girl, so Jason Lee was becoming a bitter baddie. So Armand Wiggins got him live and he lit him up. Literally, Armand Wiggins burnt the book. Like, he literally lit him up, girl. He burnt the book. He burnt the book that Jason Lee had wrote, and he was just, you know, talking about his experience with Jason Lee, and also how Jason Lee is just a shady fake girl behind the scenes.
I did it all. I bought it. I respected you. I cared for you. I did. Now I don't give a fuck about you. Now I don't give a fuck about you. Now I don't give a fuck. This is how I feel. Big dog. Big dog. Big dog.
Jason Lee was talking, you know, bull crap about Cardi B, and also just a whole bunch of different stuff that Armand Wiggins had exposed. And when I seen that live, I stayed from the top to the bottom and probably watched it 3 more times after that. Okay, it was a good old key. It was a nasty key. It was a nasty key. All right, but you guys, that's all I can think of right now. I'm gonna edit this and get this out to y'all today. So what's today? Today is the 27th. Yep, okay, yep, I knew it. I just want to make sure, because I hate to say my math wrong on this camera, y'all. But we have 4 more days before the rest of this year ends. So if there's enough topics down below, y'all can tell me like, oh bitch, you forgot to talk about this. I want to hear your recap about this again. So get out in the comments, tell me, like, hey, talk about this, talk about that. You gotta get it done, like today, tonight, and tomorrow morning, okay? Because come tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna be sitting in front of the camera, ready to do it if it's enough topics. But if it's not, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my year, and I'll see y'all at the top of the year. But I am so forever blessed for this year. This year has been so up and down, okay? You guys, I'm actually gonna do a story time about this year at the top of next year, so I'll see y'all in a couple days, because I'm gonna drag 2022. But this year has been so up and down. Like, it's been so many horrible moments for me, y'all. But as soon as I have a horrible moment, God comes with a reward in the end. And at first I wasn't peeping it. I was like, oh, this is going on, something trash should happen, then something wonderful will happen. I'm just speechless about how this year has been so up and down, with like, where I can't say this was the worst year of my life when some of the greatest things in my life happened this year. Like, what's going on? Anyways, before I get choked up and crying, because this is a tea roundup and not a tear roundup, okay? So I gotta go, but I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for supporting me so much. If you don't know, now you know, baby, I am monetized. I know you're probably seeing that ad on the way in this bitch, okay? You're probably seeing it. If you didn't see it, it's fine, because they said the ads are slowly loading, but it's probably not on everybody's just yet. And Mary, you know, you got YouTube Platinum, period, whatever it's called, girl. So you ain't got no ads. But, you know, if you seen the ad, girl, like the video. And if you didn't see the ad, bitch, still like the video, okay? But I love y'all so much. I'll see y'all maybe soon or maybe next year. Y'all get down in the comments and tell me if I missed any tea. Bye.